Welcome back to another episode of Andrew's Garage. Today we're working on the 67 Chevy C20 LS swap, and it's about ready to fire up. I'm waiting on one last part in order to get it fire up, and that is a delete for the intake or factory regulator. So we're waiting on that, but until then, I have some other goodies that I bought. So this was kind of like a, the old Facebook Marketplace deal for an old amp. Still works. And then this was a used guy on Amazon that I bought. Probably shouldn't have bought it. Should have bought the thin one. Wouldn't have had any issues, been able to mount it behind the seat. But since I didn't do that, now I have to mount this to the passenger side underneath the seat. So now I got to build a box that's basically going to be mounted on the floor as close as it can get and hope for the best. Basically, I'm going to have to space up the passenger side seat just to get it to work. So it's a nightmare, but I created the problem for myself, so I'm still going to make it work. I'm just going to raise the seat up an inch on each side, and then I should have plenty of room. At least I hope. So that's at least the plan. So anyways, I'm going to go ahead and get going on this and see what I can do. I'm just going to build a standard square box, no bottom in it. Hopefully it'll seal against the carpet and vent like it should, because I don't even have room to put anything on bottom as far as OSB to make it almost a complete box. So don't know how it's going to sound. At least it'll be there for some sound. The problem was it fits underneath the seat currently and has this much room before the foam, but when you sit on it, that foam starts getting real close. So that's the problem I'm in now, is if I space the seat up and give me some more room, should be good. So for starters, I'm making this box literally as small as it could possibly be. So it'd be 12 3/4. That's about the smallest that I can make it. Trying to use a factory edge too of the OSB, so it's all square. 12 3/4, of course, by 12 3/4. Alright, so I goofed. Made the box too big, or too tall, I mean. Which is no big deal. Because every half inch counts now. So. Alright, so I got the speaker mounted right underneath the seat here on the passenger side. It looks like there's plenty of clearance, which I'm pretty happy about that. But now I'm trying to figure out where to mount this old vintage amp, and I kind of want to mount it to the factory locations for the gas tank. It's kind of what I'm thinking, so I'm going to drill a couple holes, go ahead and mount it real quick. And I just want to see if it'll clear or not. Going ahead and crimping on some fork terminals. It just, they work a little bit better for this kind of setup. Got the power, ground, and the run wire all hooked up. Now I'm just need to run some wires to the actual sub. So, and these aren't marked with the line on them. I guess there might be some writing on one and not the other potentially, but which might be the case. But anyways, I'm just stripping the positive, the one I'm calling positive, stripping it on the other side, just so I know, so I don't get them messed up. So anyways, I'm just peeling off one like this, stripping it back, and that's the one I'm calling positive. I'm following the right side all the way. And I'll strip off the right side again on the other side, so I know that those wires are the same one. And then I'll go ahead and hook this into the positive. Positive wire hooked up, and then I'll go ahead and strip this other one, because I know this one's going to be the negative, but on the other side just the positive is stripped. So I'll hook up the positive first, then do the negative, that way I don't get them swapped around. Well, I finally got the sub working. Yeah. Well, an honest day's work, but I finally got it figured out. I actually had both sets of wires coming out of the amp, and they were tying into each side of the speaker, and it actually lowered the ohms too much, I guess. So the speaker got, or the amp got put in a safe mode. So I just unhooked one side and everything started working, and it hasn't went in safe mode since, and it sounds good. It still kicks hard for being God knows how old, but I'm happy with it. $25 amp, and I think it was a $70 open box speaker, and everything in this truck is Scar. And honestly, I'm pretty happy with it all. It sounds really good for what it was and the price point. And the radio, even the Boss radio, it sounds really good, which I ran one in the older Dodge and it didn't sound very good, but this one, everything's working really good on it. Sounds good, works good, so I'm happy with it. But thanks for watching today's episode of Andrew's Garage. Don't forget to tune in next week for another episode. Till then, we will see you later.